Okay, if you're here, it's because you're looking how to play dodgeball and stuff. Apollo is currently orbiting. Orbiting is just walking around the rocket. WASD, 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 or WDSA. Just going around in circles trying to keep the rocket engaged. If you could pass that over. Directing a rocket is as simple as aiming at the person, and if you do a direct right, you will hear a different sound effect for it than a regular reflect. Because directs also speed up the rocket a bit more than a normal reflect, if I'm not mistaken. Like that. That there was a direct sound effect. Onto bouncing. Up spikes is looking up and reflecting a rocket. Down spikes is bouncing a rocket off the floor. You can also bounce off walls to reflect rockets at a different angle. As such. Like that. That was an accidental bounce, but, you know, it happens. Now there's rocket jumping, which isn't something you should probably do unless you have to cross on a map, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. Once you're orbiting a rocket, you need to jump into the air and then stop moving so the rocket hits you and propels you forward, like this. You can do it at different angles to get different effects, but that's the long and short of it. Down spiking like that can be difficult to avoid at higher speeds because of the bounce. Up spiking is really only used to get a rocket over the top of someone's head so they can't reflect it as easy. You should mix in directs at high speeds to stop people from just constantly orbiting. And then, I think there's half orbits, which is letting the rocket go behind you and reflecting, which is much easier than actually circling the rocket to orbit it, but it is generally frowned upon as a dick move because of how easy it is to do. Half orbits, like so, just turning and doing half a circle. As you can see, it's fairly easy to half orbit a rocket. So if you're new to that, then you can try half orbiting. Other than that, I think the only things left to cover are jetpacks, which enable on 60 seconds after red sun. They can be used to cross over to the other side of the map, as can rocket jumps, which is useful if you want to get up in somebody's face. And then different rocket types also exist on Red Sun. There's the normal homing rockets, which you've been seeing for most of this tutorial, which should just look like crit rockets. They home in on a player that's closest to the person who airblasts it, or they'll just come out of spawn walls. Then I believe there is also strikers, which go directly up into the air, like that, except they'll hit the skybox before they come down. As Kerbis... Yes, you cannot orbit a book coin, they are too big. You have to reflect them or half orbit them. And even then, getting a half orbit is difficult. Eyeball coins, as they're being shown off here, have a faster acceleration, but the same turning as normal rockets, which mean they're a lot jankier to orbit and a lot more difficult to reflect. Alright. I don't play a lot of DB, so Pepega. Then... I think that's everything. If you see a green eyeball, that means it's been affected with a dangerous speed coin, which makes rockets move faster. And that should be everything you need to know about dodgeball. So I'll see you on the dodgeball call, I suppose. Bye.